What's going on, y'all? Today we got an important topic to discuss about the new Street Fighter. There's a real issue we need to talk about. I'm tired of listening to the current discourse. Is the music bad? Ban the cracked players, hacking the open beta, or whatever. But I don't give a f about the cracked players like entering tournaments. You know what I mean? Respectfully to Momochi, that's besides the point. We got bigger fish to fry. I'm done with that. We need to get to the real shit. There's a real issue in Street Fighter 6 right now. Racism is the real problem in the fighting game community. They put a racist into the game. You might not know it yet, but JP, he's probably racist. I'm telling you, from the impressions that we've gotten from the early trailers, from the most recent showcase featuring Lil Wayne, you could tell JP is probably a racist character. So let me get into it. Like, number one reason for sure why he's racist, he just looked despotic, you know what I mean? Like, he just looked like, why he model himself after like a 17th century, like he commander of a fleet or some shit? Like, why he got like bangles on his arm and shit? Like, you know what I mean? Who even dressed like that? This shit take place in like the modern times. He looking like, man, like why he looked like in Civ 5 when he playing against, like, what's that one country? This guy got like a colonial era uniform, bro. He's straight up looking like a colonizer. You could just tell looking at his face. Like, I mean, he's like half white. You could kind of tell like from the concept art. Like, why is his clothing got regalia? Like, what is that, bro? Like, who even dresses like why he trying to look like a nobleman? You know what I mean? I mean, that's besides the point. Okay, it's just judging by first appearances. There's more important reasons. But number two reason, he literally got slaves. You ever seen his forward projectile move? That shit got like, he's not just throwing a fireball. He physically sending out, you can't really tell like what race the slaves are because they're like covered in purple psycho energy, you know, psycho power. But he definitely got like these guys are being subjugated, bro. They're not just fireball move. Like, you're not just doing core circle forward, fireball, Hadoken. You're going core circle forward, slavery, you know what I mean? That shit's fucked up. You can't just be sending out like subjugated peoples. All right, moving on. Number three reason. In the most recent showcase, you just gotta listen to how he talk in the trailer, dude. He's saying some shit like, he's talking about the new country they revealed. It's like an impoverished nation in Asia, looking like some kind of hybrid between like India, some other kind of like, you know, they got brown people is what I'm saying. Just listen to how he talk. He say some shit in the beginning like,
a developing nation of little significance. It's rather fascinating.
Like, what do you mean interesting? You mean able to be subjugated? Like, straight up, he trying to colonize them, bro. Like, you could just tell. Obviously, from the tone of his voice in the trailer, you could tell. Look at the footage. Look at his character bio, first of all. Like, he's in control of a non-governmental organization, NGO. That shit is right from StreetFighter.com, his character bio. You can see that. And he got control of drones. Who out here sending drones to impoverished third world nations? You look at the trailer, you got the default creative character. By the way, he's black. He's fighting against drones. You know this guy, man, he's sending drones to the third world. Dude, I don't even need to explain that shit. The only people doing that is racist. Like, you can't be, like, you just know he putting money into, like, I don't want to fight these people on the streets. You know he doing remote strikes on these people, man. He definitely sending drones on people. You know what? I think that just about wraps it up. That wasn't even the last of it. By the way, you know what? There was one more point. He definitely got some kind of name like Jean-Pierre. Like, man, I don't even think he's French. He is not like a G, Q. These guys with like the one-letter names, 12, like a number as a name. He's just a guy, and he just decided to stylize himself that way. That's how, like, you know. There's probably other little hints that you might have missed. Man, this is evidence. Like, if you try to main this character, like, I get it. Like, you're trying to play the game. Why would you pick him as your first choice? Like, I get it if you're a Bison player or something, like, you just like playing the villain, sure. Like, at this point, I don't know how you're gonna try to play this guy. Like, he a zoner too. There's already some major red flags thrown up. Like, I don't think you should be playing JP. You gotta look at the storyline where it's going. You could just tell before the game's even out. This guy, you know, I'm done with it. This guy, for real, we need to be more careful who we picking as our mains out here. Like, just pick a normal character. Pick like a good character like Zangief or something. Like, you know, he's a good guy and he works out, he takes care of himself. Don't act like, oh, he's a grappler. Like, that's not the point. Like, I don't care if you pick Ryu or Luke. By the way, Luke handing you out cell phones in the beginning of the game, and you got JP over here acting like it's the 17th century again. Just red flags all around. All right, I'm done. I overstayed my welcome with this video. Read into it a little bit. Pay attention before you start, you know, like, oh, it's just a video game. No, it's not, man. Anyway, it's all good, baby. Let's see you next time. Peace.